Folks, what's going on? Heir of Carthage back, and welcome back to the Heresy world, where the Heir of Carthage controls Rome. That's right, folks. We're going to continue to play a little bit of the Rome campaign here. Carthage has been getting, some hostile intentions, definitely coming through down here in Sicily and over here on it's either Sardinia or Corsica. I always forget which island is which. Need to find myself some kind of way to remember. No doubt, someone will probably leave me a comment letting me know. We need to kind of fortify our recent holdings. I would expect at some point the Etruscan League probably comes back after us. Carthage could attack us here as well. We do have a little bit of cash. We should probably put it to work. It looks like at Cisalpina we've already spent some cash. Let's take a look at Italia here. Italia has good public order, so we could focus. We have a plentiful food supply at the moment. We're getting a lot of extra growth and unit replenishment from it. It looks like we're going to be spending a little bit of it here on that trading port. That's a little bit of easy cash, not much cash. We get quite a bit more money and some more food in that cattle pen, so let's push that. We'll spend the money there. End our turn. Really like to build up our income here. Obviously that money is the sinew of war, right? Isn't that one of the quotes they show on here? So the more money you have, obviously, the more dangerous your faction becomes. And boy, isn't that true in reality, as much as it is in a total war game as well. We're going to see the Ligurians kind of come back and potentially suicide attack because they've got nothing left. Their faction is on its last legs here. That is an enemy fleet, so I'm not going to sail out and attack it. I'll make them come attack me, and we'll deal with them accordingly. Now, we tore down the buildings here at Medlon. We do not need to get patchy factories, and for those of you who do not know what a patchy factory is, that was the loving name that my viewers gave to the slums that appear whenever Heir would forget to build buildings. That's right, so yeah, me, forget to build buildings? Never. I think I showed this last time, but let's take a look at the auxiliary barracks. Basically, you're going to get short swords, Celtic warriors, and eventually naked warriors and dogs and other stuff from the auxiliary barracks. Nothing I'm particularly interested in. Honestly, I'm just not a big fan of the Celtic units. I don't find them particularly fun. That's a personal preference. Obviously, there's plenty of Celtic units that are quite viable and useful. So I'm just going to build a manipular barracks there. Manipulate. It sounds like I'm saying manipulate, like manipular barracks, but a maniple. But I believe that is the name of it that we're going to build here shortly. And let's go ahead and probably get a consecrated ground in. I think we should do that. And I'm going to put in some more farming at Genoa. We can get more food, more money. And we've got a little bit of cash left over. Let's take a look down here in Magna Graecia. See if there's something worthwhile to build. Public order's neutral. But we do have the cattle ranch here, which should be turning some profit. But with public order neutral, we might want to go ahead and increase. Well, that's just actually increasing our Latin influence on the Temple of Neptune. I would have had to gone down a different path to get higher public order. So see, like here, it uses more food, but you get more public order. I mean, honestly, we'll probably be fine with public order in the long run, especially when we get some growth here. We can put in like a public forum or something. So I won't get too worried about it. Maybe we should just build this trade port here. We have the food. Build the trade port, and let's go ahead and use our food here too to build a trader. Well, we're only going from 80 wealth to 100. It's going to cost us a food just for 20 wealth. I mean, that doesn't really seem... Okay, no, it's 50 wealth for the one food. And you lose the public order point. I'm not worried about the public order points, because in Italia we should be fine here. You know what, I don't usually build down this road. Let's try it. Let's see if it feels like it's worth it. Sometimes, just learn by trying things. I can't really afford the public order penalty from the industrial building. Sometimes I don't even build those. I may reconsider that one later. They are good income, though. You can afford the public order hit. They are definitely good income. But they will cause you some mess and trouble. No one likes living next to the industrial park, I suppose. I was glad to see so many of you are enjoying this campaign. Some of you seemed extremely happy to see it, and that's good. I'm glad to hear that. It's been a long time, and sometimes I just have fun coming back to the old games. Like, I played a lot of Shogun 2 fairly recently, and it was super fun, no regrets. And I feel like we're kind of the same thing here. I am working on civil research, so I'll do that for the moment. It's only 4 turns that we get the benefit. Is Genoa being What are these guys doing?
At your command, to battle!
Celtic Confederation. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was the Ligurians. It is not, though, but Tribal Confederation. Cantabria joined the Celt-Iberian Confederation. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Liguria did join the Celtic Confederation. That was their fleet. It is no longer. And we are trying to lock down Genoa. I really need to probably move this army south to get ready to counter-move against Carthage or the Etruscan League. This army needs some more troops. I'd like to take a few turns to kind of shore up my money situation first. We do have a lot of public order issues here. Hopefully we'll start to turn around once we start. We are already in positive territory for Latin culture here, though, which is good. When we finish this consecrated ground, that will help a considerable portion. Let's build the civil colonia here. So we'll put our money to use. We got buildings going in multiple places. Let's go ahead and end our turn here again. I do have my spy. Or to go just maybe get a look at what's going on in some of these different areas. Okay, big stack of short swords up there. Be careful of those. The short sword's pretty brutal on offense. Our legion is being replenished nicely. It's looking pretty stout. I almost half wonder if I should replace these equites with auxiliary cavalry. I had access to it up there. That might be one good reason to build the auxiliary barracks, but I mean, it would be good to be able to recruit Manipul troops from the northern portions where we could easily be facing a war with more Celtic tribes soon. So, and I mean, ultimately, I will push a war against the Celtic tribes. Let's see, the loyal bandits have offered their services to intimidate the. We can accept her. You know what? Let's do something shady. I'm sure it'll backfire on me, but let's do something shady. Let's see if we can maybe secure a little loyalty from these factions just to make sure. Right now, we're at a very low risk of war, which is good, but the House of Cornelia not super happy. Let's secure some loyalty with them. That's the general in Valathri right now as a member of the House of Cornelia. Be able to maybe secure some. Well, we're at pretty much zero risk of war. Let's not really mess with these guys at the moment. Let's go back to characters. So our general at Valathri. Yeah, this is him here. It'll gain us a little bit of loyalty from his party if we give him a promotion. Use your influence to promote this character to a higher office. Let's go ahead and do it real quick. Maybe that'll help keep the House of Cornelia in line. It's almost like they went backwards a little bit when I promoted that dude. Alright, whatever. Whatever, House of Cornelia. Just, I mean, I thought you'd like being promoted, but maybe you just like the normal day job. I don't know. Heir doesn't like politics. It doesn't make sense. Real life and in the games. Here we go. So let's see. Casentia has grown. This would be a good place for one of... I feel like we should put in a meeting place here to give us a little bit of public order, a little bit of income. Maybe help stabilize things a little bit better there. Alright, the Italian Legion here, Legio 1 Italica. I might want to rename these legions, honestly. We need to give them some good names. Alright, let's see. Where do I go? It's here in the details, I think. Alright, what's your first legion? Our first legion should be... It's going to be hard to type. I got my microphone right in front of the keyboard here, too. And I said I had good names, but here I am. You know what? You all come up with some good Latin names, and I'll use them here, okay? You all come up with some good Latin names for the legions, and then I'll throw them in. That'll give you all a chance. This one is Invicta, and then the other one is Italica. So yeah, I mean, if you guys like that, we can keep it, but I feel like we can come up with something cooler. So I'll let you all help me out on that one. Hopefully throw some good Latin words in there. Make it feel a little more authentic. Let's go ahead and burn one more turn here. Trying to stabilize Cisalpina. That obviously not real happy up there. I mean, we just conquered them. It'll take a little time for them to settle in and realize the superiority of their Roman conquerors. Though I do expect that to be the case. We intimidated them. Ah, sweet. I knew it would backfire. So we got a whole bunch of disloyalty for our trouble there. I hate politics, I really do. Alright, I'm gonna secure loyalty on these guys because they're the most disloyal faction. The politics system really to me isn't fun. Like, it's just like, insert money here to prevent civil war. I'm not a big fan of it. I know some people think that it makes the game more fulfilling, and you know what, maybe it does for those people. It does not for me. It just doesn't. Like, it's not interesting. So, yeah, I fail to grasp the joy of the politics system in the game because I don't find any joy in it. If we go through this cohort organization, that's a long ways down the road. That's 25 turns down the road. We do get a very nice drop and upkeep for all of our armies, and it does start to unlock legionaries versus our maniple units. Personally, I think it'd be fun to play with some maniple units for a while, but we do get a nice like upkeep drop if we go here. That's 10 turns. If I go this direction, let's take a look at some of our benefits. We can unlock libraries, tax rates, wealth from culture, reduce political action costs, public order. I mean, so there's some nice benefits here to these two. Takes away some corruption. Let's maybe do a little work right there, because we do have a couple turns remaining, I think, of boosted civil research there. And we finished some buildings up here in Cisalpina. Probably wouldn't hurt, since we're sitting on quite a bit of food, to maybe build a different type of temple here. It spreads a little more public order. Shrine to Jupiter. Let's go take a look actually at these different shrines, remind ourselves. So the Jupiter is going to provide a massive boost to public order, wealth from all sources, and tax harvesting edict boost. Just going to come at the cost of a lot of food. But if we can crank out some food here, we can offset that. And we're already a little bit ahead on food anyway, so let's try the Shrine of Jupiter here. See if we can make that work. I think we can. We can make it work. I'm going to come build a farm here as well. And we're about to finish this fishmonger as well. That Shrine of Jupiter should offset some of the negative public order effects that we're experiencing. I'd love to have a fleet up, but I think I'm going to have to just spend my money on land forces for now. I should probably check and see if anybody's open to trade. Like, I don't know if we've talked to the Epirotes or the other folks around us, like Massilia. Let's get in here into the diplomacy and let's take a look. I'm not expecting a lot of people to like us.
I am here to listen if you
know.
speak honestly.
There we go. Get ourselves a trade agreement.
I accept.
With Massilia. Let's try Epirus here as well.
Greetings. We are civilized folk, so you may speak.
They're not so much interested. Epirus does not like Roman
much in
wares.
our marketplaces. Our people are rather.
Let's check Sparta.
I am here to listen if you speak honestly.
I like that deal.
By the
Alright, so we got a trade agreement with Massilia and with Sparta. Carthage. We have no treaties with them.
Of the people of Carthage. Speak, friend.
Can we keep Carthage on our good side for a while to allow me to focus on the north? No, they're not having it.
We, the people of Carthage, can...
Alright, I hear you, Carthage. I hear you.
If I can give you a fair answer.
Alright, not a lot of other people interested at the moment. RDAI. I don't know how long these guys are going to survive.
And speak. We surely have much to discuss, and perhaps much.
Alright. I get it. Friends are short here. Well, that should... Oh, yeah, boy, that was a boost to the income. Boy, we were sitting on some untraded resources there. Check that out. I'm gonna actually get back in there, and this is where I missed having the quick deal in the newer Total War games. I'm gonna get in here and try and get some more.
Sit and let your words move me to...
There we go. We get some trade with some Celts.
The name of our...
Check me out, man. Multiculturalism here.
If I can give you a fair answer.
All right, we got
The
Pergamon
gods
on
of
board.
Olympus rejoice when men show such good
I'll show
sense.
Carthage how to make
We
money
have an
through
accord
trade.
here.
Enter, friend, and speak.
We already talked to the RDA. They weren't interested. We can't trade with these guys. The Celt-Iberian Confederation's way over here.
Greetings. Speak plainly and without idle purpose.
They're not having it. Okay, alright, okay. It's cool.
Greetings, friend. We will speak together.
Oh well, we picked up some nice trade there. We picked up some good money. Now, of course, that money comes and goes, so we'll have to keep an eye on things here. Definitely kind of come and go. I half wonder whether I should have this industrial building here, especially when we're struggling with the public order for now. I think we should maybe bring that in a different time. I'm going to go ahead and tear that down. Let's go ahead and build our manipular barracks here. And in this turn. So not a lot of fighting at the moment, but good opportunities here for us to make some money and solidify our position here. Try and make some friends rather than some enemies, and this will allow us to focus our attention in war and be successful quickly against our foes. Right, we finished that legal documentation. That should help with tax rates, and the next one should as well. Right, here comes our meeting place. I'm going to go ahead and maybe improve the farms here because we're going to need quite a bit of food to offset some of the public order boost and stuff we're going to get here. I'm going to go ahead and build that. I've never understood the squalor from the irrigation ditches, though. Like, you're building a bigger farm and it creates squalor. I don't know. That one's a strange one on me. Can't say I understand that. Maybe the public order, like if you're going to hit me with a public order penalty from the farm, maybe it should just be because I'm out there, like, forcing you to work all day under the sun and it's really hot and, you know, not so fun. I feel like that would make a little more sense than the, oh, there's squalor from the farm. Huh? Like what? What, the big industrial farm with all the tractors in ancient Rome? Like, we got Archimedes out here sun powering our tractors or something? No, I don't think so. That one's a little weird on me. Not exactly buying that one, CA. All right, let's take the juiced up cattle farm over here. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of my food here as well. Take some extra wealth. Check out what's going here. Ooh, we got a bit of a risk of civil war at the moment. Can't really secure any more loyalties at the moment. Let's go into the character screen because we had someone we needed to work with here. A local fisherman has been luring ships to the rocks near his home and profiting from the wrecks. Let's punish him, I guess. Have we married off my character here yet? Gravitas for spouse. I wish this guy wasn't just sitting around being a lazy politician. We could hire in one of these guys, probably to our faction. Other nobles. Gonna need a little bit of money to do it, though, so let's end our turn. I don't really like leaving my armies in control of the other factions. So we need to get something going with our faction. Get more of a family tree. Maybe hire in some of those other folks, adopt them in or something like that. I know there's some requirements usually for adopting someone in, so I'm gonna have to check on that. Local trade. Alright, so we punished the thief. Picked up some extra trade as a result, so that's good news. So we do need to seek a spouse. We got a marriage here. House of Julia. How come it doesn't show her, like, our people over here anywhere? I guess just because he's a politician at the moment. Other nobles, a general at Medlon. Assassinate. I'm just looking at some of my options here. I'm just kind of curious what we can do. Political marriage, entice, embezzle. This character is not part of this family's bloodline. Adopt a party member into your family. I guess you can't pull these guys into your party? I know we can send out some of these people as emissaries too, right? These are all friendly provinces. How come I can't send them abroad? Send as a diplomat, okay. Send the politician to a province to help with their basic necessities. Well, food at least. Now we can send him as a diplomat. Let's send him as a diplomat to Carthage? That seems risky. Have fun. I'm sure the Carthaginians will be happy to see you. Alright. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm just like randomly throwing spaghetti at the wall. No one's fighting me, and we're making pretty good money. I kind of want to put that money to use here. We finished our temple to Jupiter, which has actually got us on the positive side of the public order here. Should also help our tax harvesting. Let's end our turn, pick up some more cash, and I'm going to upgrade another farm there in Medlon as well. Carthage had either a large fleet or a large army moving around. I'm not terribly concerned with their land armies, as long as I can intercept them in time. Fleets, I can't really do much about at the moment. We'd kind of just have to let them run amok.
Come
Pergamon
now, let us
wants a
debate
non-aggression
this matter
fact. I'll
like
accept that. We need to have some friends, because we need some trade. Diplomat has betrayed you. Troop morale penalty. Awesome. You stinking traitor. The name of one of your subjects on the lips of everyone. Annoyed populace. Okay, well. I love the politics screen. It's just like a constant punishment and money drain for me. This is fantastic. Seriously, why did we want this like this in the game? I'm not a fan of this. Been killed during a race. The people are heartbroken and call for the great man to be honored. Alright, well whatever. We'll build a statue, alright? Get the heck off my back already. General at Medlon. Maybe pull a promotion for him. Again, that'll probably just end up making things worse. That's usually how things go for me. Got a fairly high risk of war here. There's really nothing I can do to make these parties any more loyal at the moment. I could try and continue to send them, but they're just going to go behind my back and betray me to Carthage or something, so it's good to know I can count on these people when needed. Just taking a look at these guys here. I don't know, maybe we should hire someone. Is this our house down here? Because I hired him and it puts him into this one, House of Papyrus, and it looks like they hate us. So like what I don't even understand what's going on here. Why would I hire a politician? I guess it just says you can hire these people and it tells you what house they're gonna go to. That's weird. That's weird. I don't even know what's going on here. Surely there's gotta be a way to get people into our political party, right? I thought that was like a thing down here where you could adopt people or like bring them into your party. Declare heir, educate, adopt a party member into your family. Because you're not a part of our bloodline. Okay, I know. I thought that was the whole purpose of adoption. If you all know how this works, remind me, please, because it's been a long time, and quite honestly, the politics piece of this game just kind of grinds my gears. I don't really like it. I don't think it's good. I think it would have been cool to add the family tree and a few other things, but the politics is just a money sink that's annoying and almost always works against you. If you all know how to better manage it, please write me up a comment. I'll read it. I'll try to educate myself as best I can. I feel like Massilia is threatening us. I mean, they have an army standing right on my border. Not a particularly good army, but of course, if I go pay attention to it, we got Celts all around me that really no fan of mine either. Alright, let's see if we can settle. Cisalpina is definitely coming under control to a degree. We can now recruit up here. So I should be able to fill the ranks with more soldiers if I need to. Same thing with this army. I've got access to more soldiers. No need to pull the trigger yet. I'm kind of using this money to try and, like I said, kind of solidify my position a little. And the question is, who do we attack next? Carthage is probably a ripe candidate. They don't like us. They have no agreements with us. And they're likely to threaten us. Massilia seems threatening. Like, I feel like we're going to have to keep one army up in the north to keep these guys. But, I mean, here's a non-aggression pact coming in. Unexpected. See the north so okay with us. Death of a legend. Who was the legend here? Local legend. Oh, okay. The people are happy because we, I think, made a statue for their beloved charioteer. We have a very high risk of civil war. Try and secure some loyalty again. So here goes the insert money to avoid civil war politics. Yay, fun. I enjoy it. I really do. Not. Okay. I wanted to get some Saki Equites in this army. We got some Extraordinary here too, which are cool units. They're really more of a replacement for Hastati, to be honest, though. And a more solid line of infantry in that legion would be preferred. This one is all filled out, and honestly, this legion is going to be pretty stout. Be a pretty sturdy legion. We are getting Cisalpina producing Magna Graecia. Not a lot going on here. We're kind of just waiting on growth. Syracuse and Lily Biome's going to complete that province, so we probably do need to get a war going with Carthage. Let's see. Auxiliary cavalry just hits better than the Equites. I think I'm going to ditch these Equites. I know they're kind of fun for being historical units here, but we're going to ditch them. And I think I'm going to go... I'm going to pick up a couple of these Equites Extraordinary and a couple of auxiliary, or at least one auxiliary cavalry. And I'm going to go ditch some of these Hastati and pick up some Principe because they're going to be a little more solid. Maybe one more Triari just to kind of have something firm in the back lines. Triari can really hold up well. Okay, rampant piracy. So we're gonna go pirate hunting. Finished our research. Oh, that was just the first one, so we need to finish the second one. That's gonna improve our tax rate further and reduce corruption. I mean, what fun is a game without corruption, though, right? Need one more auxiliary cavalry there. I'm gonna go ahead and ditch... Honestly, I think I'm going to ditch all these Hastati. I'll keep the Saki Extraordinary for my lighter infantry, even though they're not technically a light infantry, and then I'm going to get some Principe to back it up. That'll just free up some of our upkeep money. Been sitting for a long time with this army. We really need to be doing something, ideally. Massilia has a ton of troops massed back here at their capital. Not good troops, but troops. So I guess that's something for the Massilians, something to be proud of. a large military. At least feels good. May not be a good military, but it's a large military. I know we've been kind of turtled here, but that's, in my opinion, okay. You all may disagree. Massilia now wants a non-aggression pact, so Carthage is really our obvious target here. They don't want anything to do with us. But I'm uneasy about leaving the north unguarded. For me going on here. At least our risk of civil war is down at the moment, so that's nice. Let's go in here. See what's going on with this character. We're gonna praise her. I mean, if this guy was trashing her husband and she stabbed him in the tongue, I mean, he had it coming, right? There we go. All right. Why bring a situation, you know, why bring the heat down when you can just raise it a few levels? All right, let's get some Principe recruited into this army. Yes, we do. And I think I'm gonna get like 6 of them here. I'm probably gonna pull a Triari into that as well. It'd be nice to have some better skirmishers. Oh, gladiatresses, that'd be fun. Ruskin Hoplites. There's probably Campanian cavalry available to us at one of these, but they would be some pretty extraordinary upkeep. We don't have any skirmishers available to us. Maybe if we go take out some new places, we get some auxiliary skirmishers available, and that would be handy. Let's go ahead and end our turn here, because Rome is a little bit weak on the skirmishing front early on. Once you do the upgrades, I believe we can get access to some... I mean, actually, some of those... I don't know. Oh, look at that! Sparta taking over there. This is Sparta moment happening right now. Did I ever get Sparta to trade with me? I don't think Sparta did start trading with me, but they're knocking out one of my trade partners, I believe. Yeah, Athens and Sparta punted out Epirus there. Oh, look at this. Athens is in control of Sparta. But Sparta's in control of Larissa and Pella. Ah. Oh, that's right. Just eat each other up, okay? You all knock each other out of the fight. I'll come through and pick up all the scraps later. How about that? I think I'm going to grab like 3 Velites because they're good against cavalry, and then I'll grab 1 more Sake Extraordinary whenever I pull back through this, and then we're going to go to war with Carthage in the next episode. And I'm going to keep my 3rd Legion up here ready to defend the north, because I feel like that the heat is eventually going to come up here. I mean, for someone who just made a non-aggression pact, Massilia is acting awfully threatening right now. And these guys, like I said, they're on our good side for the moment, but, I mean, let's be honest. Do we really trust them? I do not.
Be welcome, but may Athena strike...
Oh, I'll agree to that.
So it is done.
Let's get Athens on the trade rolls. We are already trading with Sparta.
Today.
Who's Sparta at war with? Okay, so they're actually allied with Athens. So Athens and Sparta, bringing back old school Greece here. All right. This could be an interesting one, folks. This could end up being an interesting playthrough.
Greetings to you. I trust you.
Yeah, they're not interested. Okay. All right. Well, I got Athens and Sparta on the trade rolls here. We're making good money. Real solid money at the moment, and we've got a real good stabilizing effect going on at Medlon. We should be turning around the public order. Latin influence is spreading. So good news on that front. Let's see, at Rome, we could afford the squalor hit here, and we'll pick up the extra food and wealth. Might as well. Then down here in Magna Graecia, yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and build this. I mean, these buildings aren't super necessary. This one's going to eat up food, but it does add a lot of recruitment capacity. Doesn't really improve our garrison, though, so, I mean, we'd just be eating up 3 extra food for really just feeling like we have the building chain completed, which I don't really know if that's worth it. We'll get our army ready. Get ready to go invade Carthage. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Like I said, a little bit of a different one here. We didn't get a chance to really dive in and get into any battles, but interesting proceedings here to see Athens and Sparta kind of taking the reins over there. The Celts not wanting to fight me, but we do have a showdown with Carthage looming. So this could get spicy here. I'm hoping it does. That is absolutely what I would prefer. Now this settlement here, 80 wine for each region. Okay. Speaking of, it makes me wonder where the tech for that is, where we can build those improved. Like that. I mean, we probably have to do this stuff. Mamler, Mint, Stadium, Aqueduct. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff here. So we'll want to finish our research and then probably get some of that done. Kind of continue down the civil research tree. Okay, do we have our army? Yep, our army is nearly ready. Let's pick up that one more auxiliary unit here. This is going to be a pretty tough army here. These Extraordinary have an extraordinary amount of armor. They're okay melee attack wise, not bad, not near as good as a legionary. A little bit less damage as well, but they do pack a whopping 95 armor. So that is going to be a big deal. There is mercenary Campanian cavalry here too. That stuff is brutal. But the mercenaries will be extremely expensive to upkeep, unless you get some bonuses. Now Carthage obviously gets a bonus on that. You can also do upgrades on your general that allows you to get the mercenaries at a lower upkeep. So, I mean, that could be a possibility moving forward. Now, and when I play as Carthage, obviously I make heavy use of those mercenaries. Okay, well, that's going to be it for now, folks. We're sitting on a pretty good war chest, and we are going to take the fight to Carthage on this next one. I think I may use that war chest to stand up a navy to try and be a quick reaction force if Carthage outflanks me. Because I also feel like if I remove my presence from Medlon, I feel like those Celts are going to turn on us in a big hurry. Like, I think they're respecting us right now.
That old treasure stores are wanting.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not paying you for a non-aggression pact. You are small and weak, and I am large and mighty, so you might want to reconsider that one. Neither one of these is going to be useful to me at the moment. Carthage does have a fleet blocking my path at the moment. Touché. Well, we'll have to wait and see if they move. If they move, I can get across those straits and take them via land rather than having to deal with their fleet. But yeah, we may want to consider building this fleet now. So we've definitely increased our upkeep cost here because we've brought in more units. But, I mean, we are making more money. At Velothri, we need to get something built. We've already got the irrigation ditches. We could do industry. Try and make some big money there. Because Italy is going to have very solid public order. So I don't know. Let's try that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just spend some money on the Temple of Neptune here. Actually, though, the Temple of Neptune is probably not what we need here ultimately because it's not going to be giving a big enough public order bonus. I almost feel like we convert this one. Jupiter is going to give us the biggest public order bonus. Minerva is going to give us some bonus and then boost research and wealth from culture. Decent boost from Mars. Wealth generated by slaves, morale, and recruitment. I mean, honestly, Jupiter's looking pretty good here. So let's try that. I'm going to switch that one over. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. HeirofCarthage signing out. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.